Hi everyone, I have to be out today because my daughter's sick. So I've put together some explanations of the problems that you are to be working on today in math. So take a look and hopefully you'll be able to get the help that you need and we can talk about it more on Wednesday.
I'm going to ride this Ferris wheel.
I'm going to try this one.
I've gone all the way around.
Wait, I haven't. Now I've made it back to the start.
I'm already back at the top.
When will we both be at the bottom at the same time?
Now you should be on page 30 of your primetime book, and you'll see that the question asks, for each situation, how many seconds will pass before Jeremy and Deborah are both at the bottom again? As a class, we are going to look at problem C together. Problem C says that the large Ferris wheel, the one that Jeremy is on, it takes 20 seconds to make a revolution. So that means that when Jeremy's on this Ferris wheel, it will take 20 seconds for it to go all the way around one time, and another 20 seconds for it to go around a second time. And we'll keep going over and over like that to find out how many times around it takes, how many sets of 20 seconds, until Jeremy and Deborah are both at the bottom of their Ferris wheels. Deborah's Ferris wheel takes 11 seconds. So what we're doing is we're looking at the multiples of 20 and the multiples of 11. And so I'll start by the first time the big Ferris wheel goes around, it will be 20 seconds. If it goes around twice, that will take 40 seconds. 3 times will take 60. 4 times will take 80. And so on and so forth. So I've continued that pattern, going up every 20 seconds for another revolution. And I've decided to stop here at 260. I'm going to do the same for the smaller Ferris wheel, which takes only 11 seconds to go around. So the first time it goes around, that'll take 11 seconds. The second time will take 22. The third time will take 33. The fourth time is 44. I'm going to keep going like this with the multiples of 11 until I find a spot where both Ferris wheels are at the bottom. In other words, I'm looking for two numbers, one on each list, that are the same. So I've gone up by 11. You can see the pattern here. I'm at 209, and when I add 11 more, I get 220. And I recognize 220 from my other list. I have 220 for the larger 20-second Ferris wheel and 220 for the smaller 11-second Ferris wheel. What this means is that at 220 seconds, both Ferris wheels are at the bottom. Next, we will do, in small groups at your tables, question A. And question A tells us that we have a large Ferris wheel that takes 60 seconds to go around once, and a smaller Ferris wheel that takes 20 seconds to go around once. So for each of these, you'll want to make a list of the Ferris wheel times, the time it takes to get around once for 60 seconds, 60, 120, and do the same for 20 seconds until you get to a point where you see the same number on both lists. Then you'll know that both Ferris wheels are at the bottom at the same time. Go ahead with your table group and do this now. Pause the video so that you have some time to work, and when you're ready, click pause again and we will go over it together. And I'll go out here with 60 for a little bit. The first time around takes 60 seconds. The second time takes 120. The third time takes 180. That's a pretty big number, so I'm going to work with 20 a little bit. The first time around for the 20-second Ferris wheel takes 20 seconds. The second time takes 40. The third time takes 60. The next time takes 80. Oh, wait a second. I see a match. I see that both Ferris wheels are at the bottom at 60 seconds. I could keep going here on the 20 and see if it comes back again. Next after 80 we'd have 100, then 120, and I see another match. At 120 seconds, both Ferris wheels are at the bottom. In fact, I noticed a bit of a pattern in the number of times the 20-second Ferris wheel goes around for each one time that the 60-second Ferris wheel goes around. It looks like the 20-second Ferris wheel goes around 1, 2, 3 times before both are at the bottom. So the 22nd has 3 revolutions for every 1 revolution of the 60-second Ferris wheel. They're both at the bottom for the first time at 60 seconds. This time on your own, take a look at problem B in your primetime book. The large Ferris wheel makes 1 revolution in 50 seconds, while the small one makes a revolution in 30 seconds. Go ahead and make your list of multiples until you find a multiple that is the same on both lists. Pause the video while you work and come back to it to check your work. Here I've shown the multiples of 50, 100, 150, 200, and so on. The multiples of 30, we have 30, 60, 90, 120, and 150 is the spot where they are the same. So again, for a conclusion, at 150 seconds, both Ferris wheels are at the bottom. Your homework today has a couple of problems that are reviewing. Your homework today gives you an opportunity to review your divisibility rules, review some of your vocabulary, factors, multiples, divisors, and practice some of the work we've done with common multiples. That word common is a word that means shared or the same. And so when we're talking about common multiples, we're looking for multiples that are shared by both numbers. You can look at it on your homework as Ferris wheels, or you could simply look at them as numbers with multiples. This homework is due tomorrow when you come back from math class.